What is going on, guys? This is an episode review for The Last of Us, episode 8 from your host here at Pop Culture Crisis. My name is Brett. I'm here with my co-host. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, Crisis Actors. It's Mary. We're back. We're back on the review grind.
Episode 8 is entitled When We Are in Need.
This was 8?
This is episode 8.
Not 7. Okay,
no,
wow. We're pretty far along.
Yeah, we got 2 episodes left after this.
Taking them 8 whole episodes to have one that both progresses the plot and stars the protagonist characters. That's crazy.
Did you like it?
Episode 8 is the most moderately entertaining episode that they've made so far.
Okay, all right. That's high praise coming from you.
Moderately entertaining.
But I said that's high praise.
I stress
coming from
that
you.
part.
That's high praise coming from you. In episode 8, Ellie crosses paths with David and I figured the Christian-like religious cult. That's how it's described in the synopsis. Christian-like religious cult was how they described it. Who are also cannibals. So there you go with more Hollywood since 2013 when the game came out. More Hollywood cannibalism, as I know you're a huge fan of.
Yeah, the cannibal themes are still prevalent in media today.
Also, the guy who plays James, that's Troy Baker. That's the guy who voices Joel in the game. So that's good. I like the torture.
I saw your tweet. You didn't like this. You think that it makes
I enjoyed the interrogation scene. I thought it was visceral and well done. I thought that there was room at the end here.
But you hated the ending.
A lot of people will disagree with me because it was video game accurate, but in my opinion, what happens at the end, guys, is basically, let's just go through it here. So Ellie goes hunting and she runs across David and James after she shoots a deer. And what she does is essentially trade the deer, not the whole deer on purpose, but they end up getting the whole deer, the deer for antibiotics for penicillin so that she could bring those back to Joel. She gets the penicillin, but she is then later captured by the group.
They realize that she is with Joel,
who killed a member of
one of theirs.
Yeah. So the long story short here, my big complaint is that I thought there was room to make a change here. A lot of people liked that it was video game accurate, that Joel escapes he interrogates the 2 members, and then he escapes, and then he gets to Ellie at the end just after she has, spoiler alert for those who don't know, after she has hacked up David about 20 times in the game.
What did you think of that scene where they're just on Ellie hacking his face?
I mean, where it's just the shot of her
with the fire in the background and everything.
I thought it was well done. I thought it was fine. But my complaint was that I really think that a better script writer would have come in and Joel could have saved the day. She could have gotten rid of everyone else there in the room. And he basically dragged his ass all the way there to not save the day. I understand that that's not how it was in the game, and I get the reason why the perspective would be to the contrary, but Joel has felt utterly useless the last couple of episodes, and I thought it would have been a good addition to his character to allow him to... I'm not saying that she has to, lose to this dude. I'm saying that he's about to... They have their fight, and then he's about to get, he's about to do his very, very bad things that he's going to do to her, and Joel comes in at the end and saves the day. And a lot of people will disagree with me because that's not what happened in the game. But that's just, I feel like in an adaptation...
Well, the reason that you didn't need Joel to come and save her from this cult leader in the game is because in the game, it was about them the whole time, and you had already established context of their relationship before that happened. So you didn't need some confirmation that he is of any use to her.
He has felt
or
very
of any
useless.
value to her. Because, in the show, they've completely undermined that. In the game, it was already established. And, I mean, this episode, it's good for... It's visually... very close to the game. I noticed that immediately. Even when she came across David and James, I realized I've seen this exact perspective with that rundown barn in the very background. I saw that already. It progresses the plot somewhere and it doesn't distract from the fact that the show is about these 2 people.
Yeah.
Finally. And it's not a flashback. it's not another annoying detour.
Episode
Things
7
actually happen.
Episode 7 is the lowest rated of all the episodes in the series so far.
It was incredibly boring and useless.
My other complaint would be, and again, this is just a personal preference, I don't think Scott Shepherd as David did all that great of a job of portraying malice or cult leader. It just didn't land for me. I would have liked someone like John Piper Ferguson to play that role.
Well, I guess he wasn't supposed to be scary. He was just supposed to be creepy.
Well, he didn't come across as like, maybe it was like that, like he just didn't come across that way to me. It came across like an actor reading lines to me. This could be completely personal preference. I enjoyed James more than I enjoyed David. In the little time we got to spend with him, he seemed more,
he seemed like he was on the edge of trying to overtake David as the leader.
I enjoyed his indignation and his pushback against David. Like, I understand that David's supposed to be it seems like he's supposed to be charismatic to these guys, and he's able to again. Didn't play the game. I'm merely going by what I saw on screen here. He's not a guy I would have followed. Like I didn't see it in there.
You get desperate. I don't know. And then I only later realized that in the beginning when he said we're going to bury your father in the spring, he actually just meant we're gonna eat him and not tell you.
Yeah, should have said we cremated him just to get it through. But also I did find it funny that he used the C word. Like that was I didn't expect that for some reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in the game.
Oh yeah, no, I knew as soon as he said it that I was assuming as soon as he said it that it had to be in the game because Hollywood never goes there.
They never use the C word.
It's out of unless you're British.
I mean, I can't imagine what is so alluring to David anyway to recruit Ellie as his future wife or something.
I get the idea
his
that
cult leader wife.
He sees that she has violent tendencies and isn't ashamed to get her hands dirty, just like he has violent tendencies and clearly wasn't ashamed to get scared to get his hands dirty. I get that, but Ellie was the star. Ellie was the star in that in their. In their scenes together, I think Bella Ramsey far outshined that actor, in my personal opinion. So, look, I get that it was as somebody who didn't play the game, for a series that's sticking very close on the games for a lot of stuff like this, that I'm at the disadvantage that the member berries are there for the people who have played the game. So there's an emotional connection there that I don't have. So I get that. I understand this is, in a lot of ways, not made for me. Because
I thought it was sweet when Ellie, after she gave him the first dose of penicillin, laid down next to him. I thought that was sweet.
Yep. And I liked the interrogation scene. I did.
After she escaped the burning building, and even though he didn't actually save her, I think that she was very distraught, so in a way he emotionally saved her without physically saving her from the building.
Yes, at the very least you could say that he's able to comfort her after having to do such a violently traumatic thing to another person. But I do think that you're probably right in your assessment, at least to me, that if he had been built up better and more adequate in the show, it wouldn't have felt like he needed that moment at the end, but it did feel like he needed that moment at the end to me. So
yeah, it
is what it is. I enjoyed the interrogation scene a lot. The violence in the interrogation scene felt applicable and right in the moment, but it did.
Her breaking his finger. And stuff?
Well, no. Joel. Joel interrogating. Well, it wasn't James. I think James is dead.
Oh yeah, I was like, when the other guy, after he pointed out their location on the map with the knife, and he just kills the guy afterwards.
Yeah.
I love when his partner is like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" Yeah. He's just it made me gleefully.
I do feel
watch his death.
I do feel like a decade ago they would have a show a decade ago would have let the guy live. Would have let one of the guys live. I have no idea. It just feels like they would. I feel
it's gratuitous.
I felt like it. Sometimes it feels like it's shock for the sake of shock. Like the game came out a decade ago, but I
were
feel like if the
shocked,
show,
I feel like they would have shown more. Though.
yeah, yep,
You know, like they didn't even show. They just showed Ellie.
yeah,
Not David getting killed. You know, they showed Ellie killing him.
yep. So I believe that the people that are fans of the games will love this episode. So
Maybe it's like the least bad episode that we've had in a while. Like it's probably better than the pilot. The pilot was so effing boring.
I love the pilot, but it's leagues better than the previous episode, obviously, in which very little happened and nothing important happened whatsoever. So take with that what you will, guys. We will. What do you think? Are you excited for the last 2 episodes? Or are you just excited to be done with it?
No, I just want to be done with it.
All right. Well, we got 2 episodes left to go. They got a lot of ground to cover in a short period of time, but we'll see how things turn out. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.